This is the story of Father Chike, a young and handsome priest who was posted to a village where the sun never shone. There was a village in Nigeria where no one dared to live. It was called Umueze. Every priest who went there disappeared without a trace. So when Father Chike was sent to St. Mary's Parish in Umueze, he thought it was just another posting. He had no idea he was walking into a trap. On his way, he passed a signboard that read, "Welcome to Umueze." As he crossed into the village, the sky, which was bright and sunny, suddenly became dark and stormy. He could hear dogs barking and the sound of heavy footsteps. Terrified, he jumped out of his car and ran into the bush. But the car moved on its own and kept going deeper into the bush. When it finally stopped, he was all alone. The rain had stopped and the clouds had vanished. Looking back, he saw a path that led to the road. It was as if the village had swallowed him whole. When he got to the road, he saw a path that led to the village. In the distance, he heard an old woman laughing. "So you have come to join the others? Your burial will be next week," she cackled. Before he could reply, she vanished. Then a young woman appeared. She was dressed in a seductive manner, and she twisted her body in front of him. "Are you all right? Do you need help?" she asked seductively. Just then, another woman rushed out of the house. "Don't listen to her," she said. "She only wants to lead you to your death. Come with me." She took him to a room and said, "Stay here until morning." But Father Chike didn't stay in the room. He fell on his knees and prayed, "God, if you sent me, keep me safe." And as if in answer to his prayer, the storm broke again. The rain poured down and the thunder roared. When the rain stopped, he looked up and saw that his clothes were torn to shreds. But he felt a strange calm over him. He knocked on the door of the parish. "Open the door, please," he called. "Who is there?" a voice asked. "It is I, Father Chike, the new priest." "Ah, you have come to join the others," the voice said. And just like before, the old woman vanished. Then a young man came out. He was dressed in the cassock, and he greeted Father Chike warmly. "I am a seminarian," he said. "I will show you around." As they walked, Father Chike noticed that the young man kept looking back. Suddenly, the young man turned and smiled at him. "Father!" Chike gasped. In that instant, he saw two heads where there should be only one. He saw sharp teeth and claws. He saw a long tail and the body of a huge lizard. When the sun rose the next morning, Father Chike stood in the center of the village. The villagers had gathered. There were about 200 of them. Most of them were sick and mad. Some couldn't walk, and some were blind. They held up their lamps, and Father Chike led them into the broken church. That night, the witches surrounded the church. They marched in a long line, beating drums and chanting. They entered the church, and Father Chike locked the door. They tried to break in, but he sprinkled holy water on them, and they screamed and fell to the ground. When he opened the door, they were all lying on the floor. The villagers were emboldened, and they poured kerosene on the church and set it ablaze. As the flames rose, the chains that bound the village shattered. The fire consumed all the evil in the village, and from that day on, the people of Umueze were free.